Right, we're live. Live Saturday night. And on the bounce from one we done yesterday as well. Let's just bring that into Hello, welcome back. This is another straight off the back of the previous episode, which was done, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it might have been yesterday. So we're building the Spitfire, the 124th version, and we had quite a bit of trouble yesterday. And I made a sort of a statement that today we would be looking at the propellers, and we would be looking at straightening those out. Unfortunately, we're still going to be on with the bottom wing set. There was considerably different setup there to what there was in the drawings. I've since spoken to some other people, and we've had a chat about this and that, and it's agreed that the drawings are actually very bad and totally incorrect. So I'm in the clear from that point of view. So we're going to crack on straight away, and we'll bring that down. And as you recall, this was I've done a little bit to it because I wanted to. I didn't want to mess about too much with it on sort of live, because it was becoming a drawn out affair. Now, as you recall, the guns were completely the wrong place. This side here is going to be closed off entirely, so there's going to be no open to look at the guns at all. They're purely there just in case somebody can see in the bottom, so that they're there. This side is the side that we're going to have open. This has been moved back about I don't know, 5 millimeters, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, about 5 millimeters, to get the wing to conform. We then had a little bit of an issue over the magazine, and the fact that the parts that they supplied to go over the magazines, if you wanted it all closed up, wouldn't actually fit over this. This is standing too proud along the top of the wing set. You'll see in a minute. So we've got to deal with that. And the other thing I'd done, because I don't think you needed to see it again, was I cut out this shape on the other side, because although it's going to be closed, it has to have a different panel put on it. So as you can see now, we have a good fit. Now we've moved the guns back, everything is looking okay. We're somewhere near, which is good enough for this. Now I did notice after I came off air, I was looking at these, and I don't know how relevant this is, but when you line these wings up, you would expect them to be symmetrical. But let me just show you. You can see how they're lined up. Yeah, I don't really know how to. So I don't know what's going on there. Obviously, we'll come to that in a bit. So we need to crack on with everything else. Hello, Bob. Hi, Mark, and hello, Rob, who's in his shed. I'm sure it's more than just a shed.
Hello, Bob from space. Hello, Rob from the shed.
Right. I'll get these out. I'm not really sure why I should get them out. And we also have to drill the holes in for the braces. Gordon kindly informed me that they are reinforcing braces on the top. These tops skid these braces. So thanks to him for that. And he also sent me some pictures so I could be a little bit more accurate on. And now I'm trying to, there we are. That's it. For a minute there, I'd lost the little box with all the pieces in. So other things I done last night, I went through some other parts we're going to be using and double checked that they actually fit in the right place so that we didn't have any more nasty scares. These are the replacement parts that have to go on instead of what we cut out, which was a flat piece. And the reason these go on is because of that magazine. You need to have this raised section so that the weapon can fit in there. But we've actually got to cut that into 3 sections on one side. Let's just pop that there a second while I make sure I get the right side, the one I'm going to close up and the one I'm going to keep open. I need to make sure I get them right. So I do believe this is the side that has to remain open. Right, so I know this. Just on the inside, out of view. I'm just going to write open up, and then on this one closed. And that way I know, right. So we just need to double check on this. So let's get, that's that one. This one, sorry. And that is going to go in there like so. Now we're probably going to need to use some filler. We're definitely going to have to sand some bits, and we're probably going to have to cut a couple of these panels. First of all, let's do some dry fitting and make sure we've got the pieces out we need. Now I took these out and cut them off the sprue earlier. As long as you know what you're doing, you should be okay. Some of these kits have the number stamped on the inside, and indeed their bigger parts do. See there, it's got a 96 and 90, but the smaller ones don't. So it's very important that you check and double check that you've got the right bits that you need. See, that looks as though it's correct, but I think that may actually be for this one here. Maybe not. Okay, maybe it is that one. Just seem a bit narrow. Maybe that's for that side. I'm going to put that to one side for the moment. Yeah, that's a better fit. We're going to pop. That could be right. Take that out. Not sure. Yeah, that could be right. And then we've got this one here. Right. Right, we've just got to cut that one back, I think. So that, and then that'll fit in there. So we just got to, yeah, just got to cut that off there. Right. Pop that there. And then we just want to make sure, we're just going to double check that, now these haven't been sanded down yet, so this is going to be a bit of a tight fit. In fact, it might not even fit at all to begin with. Very slightly. Apologies for the dog. There we go. We just no, that's too long. There we go. That's okay. That's okay. We've got one little one there, and one that somehow escaped priming, which is that one there. And again, that one needs trimming down as well. So yeah, right. So to help with that, just so we don't take too much off, just pop that on there. Now, most of these on this side are going to be left off, so they're going to be like hatches maybe, or even, you know, to the side of each of the panels, like so. So it's just a case of tidying them up so that you can just drop them in and they will stay there comfortably, and they won't drop through or anything. So you've got to bear in mind that there's going to be primer and paint to go on these yet, so they might be a tight fit. So you don't want to be taking a lot off the sides. So we'll keep all them together for this side. Yeah, this is the open one. Now I wonder if I'd be quicker just cutting with a knife, or actually I might be better not using me good snippers for this, just use these Zerons, and hopefully let's just I think I might have cut that at a bit of an odd angle. Don't think that's strong enough. Where's the coarse one? No, not coarse, coarser. There we go. Let's see where we are. Yeah, it's looking good. Just got a little slightly annoying thing. I've got a tiny couple of rivets, errant rivet detail bits that are on this lip that actually shouldn't be on there, that are stopping it from so I just want to scratch that tiny bit of detail off. Yeah, that's much better fit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So then it's just a case of if we can hold it steady, coming in. And where's the piece gone? Just need to pop that in. So this is going to be cut into 3. Push that. Yeah, just a little tiny bit. Where are you? My little red foil's gone. No, that's too smooth. Right. Let's go and get something a bit more suitable. Right. You just need to just quickly going around the, just bring that up a little bit. Just quickly going around the edges of these panels just to make sure that they're straight. And then we're going to pop that on there. We're not too worried about the you just need a little bit more really off the edges. So won't be putting any filler in these, so we really want them to be as good as they can be, but I'm not too concerned. The fit doesn't have to be spot on because we can in fact that is pretty much as near as a tiny little bit out on this one, but these are going to be sat off to the side, you know, as a mechanic would lift the panel up and he'd move it over while he worked on underneath. So it's going to be that sort of scenario. Not really going to be to, you know, pick them up and then keep popping them in like that. That I'm doing this just in case somebody does come along and say, oh, does that fit in there? Right, so that's that belongs to there, doesn't it? So now we need to make sure we don't get the two mixed up. I'm just going to put a little red mark on all the panels that belong on here. That one belongs over there. Right, so a lot of flash on this one. Right. So that one goes there. Brilliant. Excellent fit. I mean, once the paint and primer goes on, then it may be that they won't be so excellent, but so we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're looking at 4, 5. is already a good fit, so we don't want to take extremely light pass just to sort out the bit of nub that's left. So there we go. That one's in. And finally this one. So what we'll do with these is when we get these in position, we will temporarily put the covers on. So a bit like that, and I'll get a bit of tape and hold each one down, or not if we can get away with it. And then we should paint the wing, and then we can pop them out afterwards. And then we're good to go. Right, so that's the one wing ready. We'll just leave them in there for now. I will pop that, running out of desk space to pop stuff. I will pop that there. Now these ones we can glue in. Because these are staying on. So first things first. That's a little bit short there, so I don't, I'm wondering whether that's even the fits a bit better that way around actually. Just cut that piece off. And try and get this one as straight as I can. There we go. Something's stopping that from sitting down properly. Hold on. I think I see what it is. Let me just trim that off. Right, let's just check this joint. Right, I can see what's wrong. The step is bigger than what they've allowed. That not going. Again, where is that? Where are the bloody coarse sanders when you need them? I had them all set up yesterday. Right. Is that tack? Yes, about the right size. Just drag that through there. Reconnect it the other side. No, it won't go through that. Wrong way around. Let's try and do it that way. Is that going to give me enough? There we go. Leave that to one side a minute, just while I double check. I've got to put the right one in. That's it. Yes. Loads better. Right. While that's in, let's just do that edge there. And do along there. There we go. Cut that off. Right. Well, we're definitely going to need some filler on this, without a doubt. Just, yeah, it's a bit of a loose fit, this one, so we'll do what we can. Right, let's get this end, this bit in here first, and for this one I'm going to use Mr. Hobby. I believe this is Mr. Hobby Mr. Cement Deluxe. Really is a good quality glue. There we go. Now then, we will try and glue this in, but I'm now going to have to come back and put a lot of filler around this one. For now, if I can just oh. Give me a sec. Let's grab that. Right, we really need to keep the pressure on that so that it doesn't dry. It's trying to lift up on this side. So we just need to try and keep a little bit of, where's that tape gone? Just de-tack this a few times. I don't want to stick it from the outside in case I have trouble getting that. That should hopefully stop it. And I actually think that I'm going to have to leave it there, unfortunately, because my back is giving me a lot of pain at the moment. I've been trying to no, that I'm going to have to call it quits there, unfortunately. Sorry about that, but you know, these things happen. I will. So what I plan to do is off camera, because I've shown you everything that I'm going to do next, or I was planning to do tonight. I'm going to put these on this side, which is the side where they're all closed up. Then that's ready to go on the lower wing, and on the other side I will cut no, I might need to show that because that's quite an important step. I'll play it by ear on the other side. All that's left to do really there is to cut this. So if I show you on the other one, what needs to be done, because even that they somehow know that even with that, it's not going to fit the magazine in very well, because they actually tell you in the instructions. Once you know where the mistakes are, you can see where they tell you in the instructions to cut that section into 3. So we'll put the front and the back will go on, but the magazine will be there. Although I'm very tempted to just leave it off, just leave it as one. Yeah, it's a bit of a complex setup what they've done here, because there's also 3 different versions it can be. You've got a choice there. And as you can see, if you decide to have these on without cutting them up, they've not got the magazines in on them ones. They are possibly some of the worst instructions I've come across, but they're old instructions and they've had something added to them. But it's a great kit for learning on, brushing up your skills on. So, you know, I recommend it if that's what you want to do. And then, of course, the odd thing is with this, the wheels on this, the landing gear, has to go in before we close up the wings, because it sits underneath. They go in and they hook underneath. So the landing gear comes in, slides along, and hooks onto these little spigots or whatever here, and then your whatever comes along. And let me just demonstrate really what I mean about why this magazine doesn't fit very well. So I will show you what I mean briefly. So if we put this on now, so that's how you have it if you want to display it. Yeah, like that, roughly. And I'm going to take them out because I know they're going to drop out the minute I turn it on its side. That one seems okay, but now when you turn this on its side to look at it side on, you can see that that is proud quite a lot. And I can tell you that it's proud a lot more than that will allow, than that bump will allow. So they don't tell you any of this in the instructions. So if you don't want to, if you're not showing them, you're best to leave them off like I've done that side. And then you can pop them on, pop your wing on, and nobody will be any other wiser. But I actually want to have mine open so people can see the cannon inside. So that's why I've done it like that. And then I should probably cut, I don't know. I haven't made my mind up on that. But there we go. That's where we're at. How long have we been? 45 minutes. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but I've got a lot of back pain, so we're going to leave it at that for tonight. Thanks for watching. I'll try and get the next one out as soon as I can. Hopefully, once the wings are together, everything after that should be pretty much straightforward. We've got the landing gear to go on. landing gear and some pipes and a few little bits and pieces. That's probably not going to go on, and they're not going to go on, but they will be there. So hopefully we're not going to have too many more episodes of this. It's been quite a long one. There's been quite a lot of stuff happened that was unexpected, and things going slightly awry, stuff that was not planned for. But you know, it's all been fun. I've actually enjoyed building this Airfix Spitfire. I know it's been labelled a bit of a bad kit. And it's living up to its name in many respects. I've never come across any of this with any other kit when it's been quite like this, but I have thoroughly enjoyed putting it together and tackling that experience. Yeah, and I would buy another equally poor kit. I probably wouldn't buy this one again because I'm not the sort of person that can build the same kit over and over, or the same type of kit. I can't build just cars or just boats or just planes. I've got to have a nice mix to keep me interested. So anyway, with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.